The U.S. financial disasters. How many times did markets bankrupt people? Suggested title: How many times did the U.S. stock market totally crash? A history of panic, plunge, and destroyed fortunes. Suggested thumbnail: A sharply falling stock chart, deep red, with a background mixing worried faces and old newspaper headlines. Full video script, segmented. Introduction, 0 o'clock to 0:45, building suspense visuals, fast-paced footage of stock chart volatility, black and white photos from the Great Depression era. Welcome back to the channel. The U.S. financial markets are the greatest wealth-generating engine in the world. Every day, millions of people enter these markets with the dream of a better future. But this powerful engine has, throughout history, repeatedly turned into a machine of destruction. Today, we're going to look at the painful truth. How many times have the U.S. financial markets truly failed? And how did these failures wipe out the savings of ordinary people? The answers are not just historical, they are a crucial warning for the future. Section 1. The mother of all crashes, 0:45 to 2:30, the Great Depression visuals. Archival photos of long lines of unemployed people, closed factories, crashed newspaper headlines. No discussion of financial crises is complete without starting with the Wall Street crash of 1929 and the Great Depression. This wasn't just a market drop, it was a systemic collapse. On one terrifying day known as Black Thursday, the market began its slide. Ultimately, between 1929 and 1932, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost nearly 89% of its value. This wasn't a temporary loss, it was the complete annihilation of household savings. Ordinary people, from farmers to factory workers, suddenly lost their jobs and their life savings. Millions were bankrupt. Banks failed. This was the biggest lesson proving how fragile trust can be, and how it can instantly ruin a generation's life. Section 2. The panics of the second half century, 2:30 to 4:45, stagflation and Black Monday visuals, color footage from the 1970s, then quick, frantic images of the trading floor in 1987 and the decades that followed. Markets matured, but the failures continued. The 1970s crisis, not due to a sudden crash, but due to an insidious phenomenon called stagflation. Stock returns were poor while inflation soared. Essentially, people's wealth was slowly eroded by inflation, even if their stocks remained flat. This was a form of silent bankruptcy. Black Monday 1987, on October 19th, the stock market plunged by over 22% in a single day. Yes, in one day. It remains the largest one-day percentage drop in U.S. market history. Although the underlying economy was strong and the market recovered faster, millions of retail investors suffered massive, and for many, unrecoverable losses. Section 3, The Modern Bubbles, 4:45 to 6:30.com and the 2008 financial crisis visuals, old internet logos, then foreclosure signs and the housing crisis entering the 21st century. The game changed slightly. The dot-com bubble, 2000, millions invested heavily in unprofitable internet companies. When the bubble burst, the $/text Nasdaq dollar index fell by over 75%. Investors who got in at the peak watched their wealth vanish in a matter of months. The Great Financial Crisis, GFC, of 2008, this crisis began with the housing market and subprime mortgages. The failure here was one of complex financial structures and banks that were too big to fail. This crash not only pulled the stock market down by 50%, but it also led to millions of foreclosures and froze the global credit system. It was a clear failure of oversight and risk management, and the cost was borne by the public. Conclusion, 6:30 to end, lessons for the future visuals, current stock charts, post-space/summary. So what's the final answer? The U.S. financial markets have faced multiple systemic failures that have completely destroyed public trust and annihilated people's savings. From the 1929 crash to the 2008 crisis, one lesson remains constant. Systemic greed and unchecked risks always result in a loss for the retail investor. This history tells us to invest, but to do so knowledgeably, diversely, and with a long-term view. Never assume this time is different. What about you? Have you ever experienced a loss in the financial market? Which crisis do you think was the most terrifying? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Until the next video, stay safe with your investments.